Zaraka Monastery is a ruined Frankish abbey near Stymphalia in the Peloponnese, in Greece. It was built about a kilometre from the shores of Lake Stymphalia, the site of the ancient city of Stymphalos during the Frankokratia, i.e., the occupation of parts of the Byzantine Empire by Franks and Venetians, following the events of the Fourth Crusade in 1204, and the establishment of the Latin Empire of Constantinople and Greece. History. The monastery was built by monks of the Cistercian order in c. 1225. What is particularly noteworthy about this monastery is that it is the only one actually built by the Cistercians in Greece, since in all other occasions the Cistercians had occupied existing Greek Orthodox monasteries that had been abandoned by the Greek monks. In this respect it is one of the exceptionally few samples of Western Gothic architecture in Greece, along with the monastery of i.e.the in the Western Peloponnese. It was initially excavated by Professor Anastasios Orlandos in the 1920s and then by E. Stickers in the 1960s before a joint project by the Canadian Institute at Athens and the Archaeological Society of Athens prepared the first detailed state plan of the church in 1984. Excavations from 1993 to 1996 by the Pontifical Institute of Medieval Studies at the University of Toronto uncovered areas around the gatehouse and the cloister. Some scholars believe that the abbey had been built in the same location, or general area, as an ancient Greek temple dedicated to Artemis, which is supported by the fact that materials from a temple have been extensively used in the buildings of the monastery. It is possible, however, that these elements came from the ancient city a few hundred meters away. The monastery makes sporadic appearance in the statutes of the Cistercian General Chapter, and it was one of the houses granted special exemption for the compulsory annual attendance at the General Chapter, and along with the houses in Syria and the Crusader states it was only required to attend once every 7 years. The monastery was abandoned in 1276. The main surviving structures of the imposing vaulted gatehouse and the church, especially its western end as well as parts of the defensive wall around the monastery. Excavation to the knee of the east end of the church revealed an arched entrance probably to the refectory which had fallen in an earthquake. The Pimble excavations demonstrated that the abbey was resettled in the late 14th century and inhabited perhaps intermittently until the mid-16th century. A number of graves from this later reoccupation were excavated in and around the cloister, including a headless man and one with a German banker's token of the mid-16th century.